Now, this video is predominantly for people based here in the UK because we're looking at what's called a Puwer assessment, P-U-W-E-R. It stands for the Provision and Use of Work Equipment Regulations. And essentially, that is a long-winded way of saying, tell me how safe it is. And that's basically what we're doing. So let's imagine you've gone out and bought a brand new line striping system. Let's say a Graco, my 5900, my personal favorite machine, and you've bought yourself a Titan 6955. There are key differences between these two machines. And what the Puwer assessment is going to do is it's going to establish the safe system that you've got in place in the event of an emergency. So for example, let's imagine I'm using my Graco, there's a problem or a danger or whatever it may be, and I need to turn this machine off. Within arm's reach on a Graco, I have the ability to turn that system on and off by using a little dial on the front of the sort of control panel you've got. There's a secondary one where I can turn the engine off as well. So I can go around the machine and turn it off via the switch on the engine, or I can use the one on the control panel. That is a safe system. You can operate it within arm's reach and isolate it if you need to. On my Titan machinery, I'd actually have to leave the controls, walk around the machine, and then turn it off at the engine. Not so safe. Now, it is a subtle difference, and I get that you could have both controls, but this is the point and purpose of a Puwer assessment, is to work out what the best system is. Now, if the manufacturer has designed it that way, it may be all you need to do is just follow the manufacturer's instructions and have a risk assessment carried out for that particular piece of equipment. Now, we carry this out for all of our equipment. We use a third-party company that assesses all of our equipment for us, gives us a risk assessment, but also another one, Pills, who do the Puwer assessments and tell us what's safe, what's unsafe, and if we need to make any adaptations to said equipment. Now, we haven't made any adaptations to any of our equipment. Everything has been absolutely fine. But if you ever get questioned on your Puwer assessment here in the UK and you can't provide it, then you could be in a little bit of trouble. As for the US, you may well have, depending on which state, different regulations and laws for each piece of equipment, and that really is the crux of the problem. I can't give you individual state-by-state guidance because, for one, it is fluid in that things change all the time. Secondly, the US is so broad and vast that to give you that individual information would be far too complex and time-consuming. And so my recommendation for those of you outside of the UK is to ask your health and safety advisor, if you use a third-party company like we do, what their recommendation would be. That's it for this video, short and sweet. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to be looking at the documents you need to issue when you're carrying out your line marking projects. I'll see you in the next one.